And also, what China is getting back is not just oil and minerals. China is getting back, to me, it's the first diplomatic breakthrough as a rising superpower in this continent. I think the Chinese is very good at finding the weak points to make a gain there. The communists started the revolution by fighting in the countryside, guerrilla warfare, and then trying to circle the cities. Globally, they tried to start with Africa, which is, well, at least a decade or so ago, was weaker in terms of the Western influence. So they started there. And now China is also moving to Latin America. Only 6 weeks ago, the Chinese president paid his 4th visit to the African continent. And China made a particular point of emphasizing this is not just for resources, because the countries he visited were not particularly resource-rich. I wrote a piece about it entitled "China Seeks Broader Africa Role." His first call was in Mali, then Senegal, Tanzania, and Mauritius. And of course, resources are on top of the agenda. Only yesterday, before I finished the day's work, and I had another look, and I saw this. Chinese companies are asking the Zambians to plant Jatropha, which is called, well, the diesel trees for biofuels. So China is getting from Zambia is not just copper and zinc, but also this biofuel. And inside China, they have planted the hectares and millions of hectares of that already. But they saw this as a good opportunity because this particular diesel tree apparently can grow on semi-arid land. So that's the sort of strategy they're working on. And also China is, has been giving technical aid. I don't want to mention the infrastructure projects, the stadia, and roads, hospitals, and so on. But China has been providing technical support in terms of showing the local people how to improve yield of rice, other grain, and so on. And China wanted to eventually probably have plantations somewhere in some African countries as well to solve the problem of grain supply. All this, I hope, is providing good opportunity for both sides. Where does the relationship go from here? I think China is now very much image conscious. They will work on their weak points, improve their image. They will do some serious businesses, serious donation. They've cancelled about debts owed by 30 poor African countries, which is not a small feat, I must say. So on the whole, it's working along the way. China has carved out this place. They're not going to go away from whatever rivaling countries or companies like Russia, India, or the United States. They try to take the long-term view and the Chinese like to use the phrase a win-win situation. But of course, that will depend on the different country and different deals. But eventually, I think the Chinese would need to be careful about their racial awareness, to respect the differences. At the moment, many Chinese business people went to Africa as if they are the lords, they are the bosses, and they're all the people around. And some Africans do feel resentful about it. But then, I don't know how many bosses are so sort of mild and gentle with their employees. The other thing is, we do have reports of incidences of murder, demonstrations. and also the environmental degradation, and of course, in the long run, the sustainable development. If China wanted to really to gain some interest, but also help the African countries to develop, they will have to improve their image and their skills wherever they go.
Thanks very much, Shirong.